What's up, YouTube and wrestling fans? Shine 59 took place June 29, 2019. Here are the results as well as a review of the show. We start off with Shotzi Blackheart coming out for an interview in the ring with Trevor, and she is interrupted by the returning Candy Cartwright with Dementia Rose, and there's no sign of Kiera Hogan. She says Aja Pereira is ducking her, which leads to Aja coming out with Ayla. Santana and Gabby Gilbert come out to attack, and then the Sea Stars wind up coming out as well. This is going to be a slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen. How about a three-way for the Nova title? Santana says sure. This gets a little confusing, but apparently now it's the Sea Stars versus Gabby Gilbert and Dementia Rose in the opening match. The announcers wind up mentioning that Luscious Latasha is out of action. The fans are definitely behind the Sea Stars, who start off strong but soon fall to the sides of Dementia Rose. Eventually, miscommunication between Gilbert and DeRose caused the Sea Stars to hit the floppy fish, I believe they called it, from the top rope, pinning Gabby Gilbert for the win. Gilbert and DeRose argue on the outside, and this was a short but decent opening match. Next up is Allie Rex coming out to face not Santana, but a debuting Hurricane Tongue Naughty. No, seriously, that's what they called her. This match I really wasn't interested in. Both women seemed to give it their all. Rex winds up hitting a spear for the win. The match wasn't too long and stayed full of action. Next up for one fall is Maddie Max versus Marty Bell. Marty Bell is clearly the favorite. Maddie Max is apparently an uppity rich girl from the Hamptons. This is definitely a step up from the last match, and Maddie Max seems to be a good wrestler. Another good short match that sees Marty Bell win with a pedigree. Marty Bell then celebrates as Maddie goes to the back. Next up, scheduled for one fall, the ACW Championship is on the line. Natalia Makova versus Avery Taylor. And I think I remember Makova from another Shine event at this point. I know I was saying in my predictions, she seemed familiar. They start off with a cat fight that goes to the outside floor. Back in the ring, there's lots of high-impact strikes. Avery Taylor reminds me somewhat of a Toni Storm for those unfamiliar with who she is. Markova is a slower, powerful wrestler, while Taylor is all about speed and quickness. The match gets the "This is awesome" chant, and Avery thinks she won after a spear, but Markova's foot's on the rope. Markova then gets to roll up with a handful of tights and becomes the new ACW champion in a great match. Avery later grabs a mic and said this is bullshit, and basically that she will get the title back. Following contest is for one fall. La Rosa Negra versus Brandy Lauren. Brandy Lauren winds up sneaking a win with a roll-up with the feet on the ropes. They seem to be building up to Shotzi Blackheart versus Brandy Lauren, as it's mentioned twice. This match was okay. Next up, scheduled for one fall, is Triple Threat for the Shine Nova Championship. Aja Pereira versus Santana versus Shotzi Blackheart. Santana winds up tapping out to Blackheart when put into cloverleaf. Honestly, I'm not sure why they made this a triple threat match, unless they wanted to put Hurricane on the card. However, I believe Santana should have stayed in the match she was in originally, and they could have just put Hurricane in this match, and she could have took the loss. Next up in the main event for the Shine Championship is Mercedes Martinez versus the AK-47 Allison Kay. They mentioned that Eva Lise meets the winner of this match, and she's not in the building. This is more of a slow-paced match than all the others, with a lot of time laid on the mat by both women at various times. Allison Kay grabs the championship and thinks about using it, and after thinking about it for a while, she winds up hitting Mercedes and getting disqualified to retain, and the audience is not happy with the decision. Overall, it was an enjoyable show, but it seemed a little rushed. I understand Shine has to get all their matches in and prepare for Evolve later, but I think they could possibly benefit from making matches a little longer. I have to say, I hated how the main event ended, and I think the best match has to be the opening match, and surprisingly, the ACW title match. While this wasn't the best Shine I've ever seen, it could have been a lot worse. It wasn't too long, but again, seemed too short. I also liked the Marty Bell Maddie Max match. This show introduced me to some new women I enjoyed as well as some others I don't really care for. Guys, let me know your thoughts on the show. What were your favorite moments and who surprised you? Make sure to let me know what you thought and stay tuned for more.